Almost had an accident today on the freeway. No, not that kind of accident. A dookie accident. I was 2 minutes away from taking a crap in my pants. And what's worse than all of that, my teenage sons were in the car. And when I tell you, had that happened, they would never let me live it down. I could be 100 years old, have won the Nobel Peace Prize, earned millions of dollars, and have just given an impassioned speech on my deathbed about how fleeting life is. And they would look at me and say, "Dad, we love you. We hate to see you go. But do you remember that time that you dookied your pants? Because we do." They would never let me live it down. So I'm glad it ain't happened. But then again, I was thinking, even if it did happen, I mean, at the end of the day, I win. I feel like I win because I'm smashing your mom. I think that trumps everything. Like, I'm consistently dicking down your mom. So, I want to welcome everybody to Geek Salad. This is episode 57 of the podcast. Today, myself, Arye the King, and that guy over there, G the Bearded One. We're joined by two illustrious guests. We got Kiki. Say what's up to him.
Hello, guys.
Hey, guys.
And also Tracy. How you doing?
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey.
All right, so we're going to have some fun today. Today on the show, rest in peace to Betty White. We got to talk about Betty White a little bit. The Rock says he's done with the Fast franchise. And also Kanye West apparently has bought a house directly across the street from his soon-to-be ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. We're going to get the panel's thoughts on that. Stay tuned.
I'm on the come up, jump up, I pick my gun up. Joe Jackson with trap.
That's right. So let's start it off. So not too long ago, we just got some news that Betty White almost made it to her 100th birthday, and her life is no longer here, but we still feel her essence. So we want to say rest in peace to Betty White, but we want to ask everybody here, like, what's your favorite moment of Betty White?
All of them. I mean, I grew up on the Golden Girls. I'm an 80s baby, so my grandmother used to watch it all the time. And I just loved her quirkiness on the show. She just brought this life and this presence. And then when you saw her off the show, it was the same quirkiness and the same presence. So you just know that was her personality all day, every day. I mean, she was a beautiful woman, and her soul was just really beautiful.
Yeah, this doll face.
Look at that, and them dimples.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Very talented actress, man. Very talented. Yeah. What about you, Tracy? Do you have a favorite Betty White moment?
So I absolutely love Betty White. Not just from Golden Girls, but I'm a high-key, low-key astrologer. And she's a Capricorn and happens to have the same birthday as my daughter, January 17th. So her not making it to the 100 and this just the trajectory of her career. I loved Golden Girls when I was a kid, but when I got older and started digging into her and her background and everything, she did so much in the industry and really paved the way as a producer and a director for women, which is awesome. So when I first saw it, somebody posted it. It was like an astrologer page, and they're like hella sarcastic. So at first I didn't know it was true. And then I went and looked it up. I was like, oh, she didn't make it. But, you know, she had a wonderful career. And she's definitely a super cap. It seems like the older they get, the better they get with the things that they do. But, yeah, it didn't hit home, but there was that, you know, little connection. Like, my daughter has dimples, too. So,
oh,
yeah. So, when I, you know, just kind of like, nobody expected Betty to leave us on New Year's Eve, but
right.
She was like, I'm getting off this ship, getting off the spaceship.
Yeah,
it felt like, she would just be here forever, because it was like every time you saw her, she was always, happy, and she was, always talking that talk. And, like we see her in these really weird places or weird spots and shows and movies. And it was that's so Betty White. And who would have thought, like, honestly, I thought she was already 100, but she was just almost there. You know what I'm saying? But I think for me, my favorite moment of her is just always making my mother laugh with the show. Back then, I didn't know nothing about the Golden Girls until I was older in life. And then I'm seeing her everywhere else, just her being her being lovely, her being, always so cool to like talk to. Like she was almost like, everybody's like grandmother or like neighbor. Is always nice, So yeah, man, once more, rest in peace to the GOAT, Betty White.
Yeah.
Yo, I was thinking about it. I'm sorry, who's gonna say, you saying something, Kiki?
Nope, just agreeing.
Oh, okay. It says something about you when you like an old white lady, but when you pass, it's an outpouring of love from the Black community. You know what I'm saying? My whole timeline, because most of the people, it's not by design, it's just how it happens. Like most of the people I follow me are Black. And throughout my whole timeline, rest in peace, Betty White. Rest in peace, Betty White. We taking shots for Betty White. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you did something right, because most of the time, especially if it's an older white person, you might get that feeling like, you know what? I can't prove it, but you might have called somebody a nigga back in the day. I don't know. Can't prove that you did or you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I never got that feeling with Betty White. In fact, I was reading an article. It was she had her show, the Betty White Show, and she had took up for a Black actor on the show.
Yes,
I saw that too. You read that too? I
was like, oh, okay,
that's okay, Betty. Like that's what we like, man. That's what we like to see. My favorite Betty White moment is outside of the Golden Girls, because I'm like, gee, like I used to watch it because my grandmother and mother used to watch it when I was a kid, but you don't appreciate nothing when you're a kid. So when I got older, I watched a few episodes here and there, and it was hilarious. But my favorite moment from her was when she did a guest spot on My Wife and Kids. I don't know if y'all saw that episode. So My Wife and Kids, the show, Damon Wayans. It's about his wife and kids, right? So she plays like this Mary Poppins type role. It's a role where she's like the nanny to help out around the house and help with the kids, but like she just does everything perfect. When I tell you, like the episode was like probably my favorite episode of the show. Hilarious. She steals every scene that she's in, man. So sad to see her go.
Yeah,
indeed. All right, on to the next one. Yeah, we'll see you in the next life. But on to a brighter discussion, y'all. So, are y'all fans of the Fast and the Furious franchise?
Lukewarm.
Yeah, okay. So I think I made it like maybe 5-ish movies into the series. Okay. My daughter is 15, she'll be 16 this month. So I did educate her that Vin Diesel is, part of the crew. He is in the club.
He's like ambiguous though. He is, but I'm saying like he can go for like 5 different races for real. Like, yeah, got that look.
I said actually, I just learned that he did. I guess when he was in grad school or at school, he even did a short film about him being biracial and so on and so forth. So. That's my connection to the Fast and Furious right now. But I do like the video game and stuff. Yeah.
I never played none of the video games. That's wild.
I'm not a gamer, but I do like I like it when I do play games. I like the racing games, so I like the Fast and Furious video games.
All right. Cool. What about you, Aria? Are you still a fan of the franchise?
Yes. I am, but it's for different reasons. Like as an adult. Rational most of the time adult. I like it because it's so unbelievably like ridiculous that it's entertaining. They literally said, what was it, Ludacris and Tyrese in the space in the last one? Was it them two or was it 2 other people? I know one. No, it was them. Yeah, it was Luda and Tyrese. Mm-hmm. They sent them to space in like an old 89 Nissan Sentra. Like when I saw that, it's like I knew you couldn't possibly top that at all as far as ridiculous things you've seen in a movie. But oh my god, like I was in the movie theater laughing, and people was looking at me like I was crazy. But it's just I'm like they're in space in a
car orbiting the Earth. Things, man. Yeah,
orbiting the This is ridiculous. Like it's so bad, it's entertaining. So that's kind of, it's almost like we got a thing on the show we call certain shows or certain movies hate watches. Like it's so crazy or so bad that it's entertaining. And Fast and the Furious, the whole franchise is in it.
Right. And to tie it all together, because most of us that are a fan, I was never a fan of it until The Rock came in Fast Fast Furious 5 or Fast 5, whatever, right? So the moment he came in, I've been on board ever since then. And, The Rock has some beef with Vin Diesel. Vin was out on the gram like, yo, come back. We love you. Let's do one more time. And, pretty much Rock say, F y'all, not coming back. Y'all can't pay me 4 or 5 Brinks trucks of money to come back to the franchise. How do we feel about that?
Does everybody know the backstory with that?
I don't. I got lost after I hit Fast and Furious 3, and then that was it. And I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. This is getting silly now. This is getting repetitive. Because the only reason why I really like this because I want to learn how to drive stick shift. I was like, I want to be Michelle Rodriguez, but the black version.
I'm weak.
Okay.
Did you ever learn?
No. Nobody can teach me.
You see? You should have kept watching it.
Amen.
Yo, so the backstory is, okay, so The Rock comes into the franchise in the 5th movie, and supposedly him and Vin Diesel got into it on set like a lot. And from The Rock's perspective, Vin Diesel always downplayed it. He was like, oh, that's just, family. You know how he like, so everything is family with this dude. This dude's obsessed with the word family. But from The Rock's end, The Rock was like, dude, this guy is impossible to work with. He's a prima donna. He didn't call his name out, but he wrote a couple of long posts on Instagram where he was like, it's one thing being on a set and everybody is respectful, everybody's doing their job. But then you got another person who he remains nameless, is in his trailer for hours. He's late, he's unprofessional, blah, blah, blah. So they was really butting heads. And recently, Vin Diesel put on some publication like, we're going to do the next Fast and Furious movie. We'd love to have The Rock out there. And he put it out on like some social platform. And The Rock was like, look, man, you're not going to manipulate me to be back in this movie because you suck. You know what I'm saying? And that's what The Rock, I was like, it must have really been bad on set for him to say that.
Right. To turn down money, it was bad. It's like, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather just take my talent somewhere else. So he was acting a fool.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And real talk, Rock being in, I'm sorry, if y'all haven't seen it, go see Fast 5 again, because The Rock made that movie just so much better. And I think that was kind of like how the series got revitalized again. And now they're making like, multi-million dollars opening weekend, blase. But it's like Kiki was saying, it's like, how much money do you think they offered up for him to be like, nah, still ain't gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Because I guarantee they gave him like top dollar to like, look, let's come back one more time. So we can so we can do it the right way. But he was like, nah, B, ain't gonna happen.
Terrible.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
All right, on to our last house cleaning topic. Y'all, we're going to talk about Kanye, Mr. Bipolar.
This guy.
Who knows what's going on with Mr. Kanye? But apparently, him and his wife is separated. And is this allegedly REA, or did this man actually bought a crib across the street from his wife?
Everything that I've seen says this is true. Like, he legit bought a crib directly across the street from Kim Kardashian.
Ladies, is that toxic?
That's toxic.
Yeah.
Kanye West doesn't know what he wants to do. Like, one moment he's dating somebody. Now that she's dating somebody, now all of a sudden I need to live next door. I need to like watch. And he's like, I want my wife back. And it's like, you got to pick something. Pick a struggle. You don't want to be with her. You want to be with her. Like, what's going on? And I feel like I think he said it was for the kids, right? That he moved across the street.
That's BS, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace for that. If he didn't have kids, I was like, okay, this nigga is just on some stock.
But fam, you could have bought a crib on the back street.
Right.
Up the street, around the corner, boom. You still in the same neighborhood, but to be across the street from your wife, fam. Come on, dog.
These doors are like looking at each other.
Right.
I mean, I look at it like this, bro. Like, I work from home, and you can count on one hand the times this week that I've spoken to my neighbors across the street and on the left and the right. Like, I don't talk to them, not because I don't like them, because I don't know them, and I usually keep to myself. So even though you are in close proximity to people, that don't mean you're gonna be like You know what I'm saying? Looking like all the time, like we all each other's face.
We're talking about
That's
Kanye.
a whole nother spot, bro.
We're talking about Kanye, though. We ain't talking about your neighbor.
They got kids. They got kids anyway. So I look at it like this: they would have to have some type of contact, even just a little contact for like the kids' sake. Like, all right, I'm gonna pick up the kids this time and coordinating that. Now,
But
I take that back.
They billions of reasons why they can like make contact way easier than I have to move across the street from you. Like,
I don't think. I mean, he didn't have to do it, but I would say like you got like 4 young kids, so it's like it ain't that big a deal to me. Because whatever you do in your house, you're not gonna stop doing that because of something. My mother could move across the street from me. What happens in my house is still gonna happen in my house. It's my house.
Now I see a lot of sides of it. I'm like team. You know, I believe that we should definitely work on keeping families together and so on and so forth. From a relative standpoint, he might have did it like, let me go ahead and snatch this up in Calabasas now so I can have this spot across the street. But I mean, for me, I feel like the Gemini's like, you ain't with me and you ain't gonna be with anyone else either. Like he's just, you know, he's messy. It's messy. It's just hella fucking messy. It's what the hell it is. But he doesn't care, and I think
he doesn't care.
Still, like, you know, we're still here talking about it because he doesn't care. He keep it 100.
Billionaires, he like, you know, whatever.
But I am like, I don't want that. I mean, if it works out for them, that's the relationship. You know, I'm not there in it. You know, amen. But I see a lot of sides of it, but ultimately, I see it as like, come on.
Because you're too, RA, the person that buys a house across the street from you, they're going to make it their duty to make sure whenever you leave the crib, they're going to be out there too, just like waiting for you, or say something smart to you. Like they're going to be plotting. Like, he leaves every day at 4:00. I'm gonna make sure to show my ass when he get out there. Like, come on, man. There's a level of toxic, and that's toxic, fam. Like,
I would put it like this. Me personally, I wouldn't do it because I'm like, especially if we're in the process of breaking up, I don't want to see you. I want to see you as it's a such thing as out of sight, out of mind. Like if you're trying to get over somebody, the best way to do it is not by being around them all the time. That being said, if kids is involved, so it's the kids, bro. Like that's my only thing that makes it. Okay, then we talk about Kanye too. Let me rewind. Kanye did this out of spite. Just knowing Kanye, right? So we all agree on that. The only grace I would give him is the fact that they have young kids, and it'll be easy for him to just be like, you know, all right, send the kids over. And the kids could literally just walk across the street without any adult supervision because it's across the street.
Even though, like, you know, this is a topic of discussion, I think what is I don't think I could do is Travis Barker, if I'm not mistaken, with his ex, they had an arrangement where they had one house and they were like divorced or not together, but one parent lived in it at one time and then the other parent lived in it at the other time and the kids stayed there or something like that. So, you know, I mean, I feel like if that's what's working in their $1 billion world, I get it, you know, but in my little universe over here, I'm good. Like, I mean, I'm like an extrovert, introvert. So I don't want you seeing me do everything all the time. Like everybody don't need to see everything, you know? So like that proximity with him right across the street is like, you know, you really in my business.
I think it seems, I don't know though. I would, okay, let me throw this out there. I think it's a little bit different because we're talking about Kanye being worth like somewhere between $3 and $5 billion, you know, depending on what you listen to. And Kim being worth probably about $1 billion, if not $1 billion yet, right there. Like we're talking about filthy rich individuals. So when you're talking about somebody who can just buy like a luxury mansion the same way we would buy like a sandwich from like Subway, I think you're talking about different things. Like I don't think it would have been weird or anybody would have thought it was weird if they said, okay, we're going to separate, but for the sake of the kids, so the kids can be around both parents until we figure all this out, that you stay on the East Wing and I stay on the West Wing. I don't think nobody would be talking about it. But how is that really any different than somebody being across the street?
True.
It seems You know,
True.
kind of similar. Because these dudes is filthy rich, like
that's
stanky rich.
That's
I
50
think he
Cent.
big
paid
money.
like 400 over asking price for the property. I mean, not that he didn't have it, but you know.
Yeah. You said 400 over asking price?
Yeah.
400,000? Woo! You know how much you bought it for?
Sheesh.
Tracy is our real estate guru. So how you know how much the crib went for?
Good question. I think somebody posted it in one of the timelines. They were nosing around like I do, and they found the brokerage out there that has these properties. And I mean, all of the properties at the brokerage were like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 and up. But yeah, apparently he paid 400 over. Like just to be able to pay 400 over for anything. Okay.
400.
I would have loved to been, whoever selling that crib, man. Sheesh.
You can have the place for 400 over or $400. No, nigga, $400,000. Like, you know what? I'm going to keep that.
Meanwhile, I'm at Stop and Shop fighting over if this pack of chicken is $6.59, but this one's $6.57.
Look, legit having battles in your mind about like $10. Like, I was on DoorDash. It took me half an hour to order dinner off of DoorDash yesterday because I was like, all right, I kind of want sushi. I ain't had sushi in a minute, but the sushi I want, it's gonna cost like $70. I was like, that's just gonna be one meal for real, and everybody gonna eat. But then, or I could order from Wingstop and be cheap and pay half the price, and everybody eat. It's like a $30 difference. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like thoughts is going in my mind though. Like you can feed the family one time, or you can feed the family twice. You know what I'm saying? Which one do you want to do? But when you're a billionaire, like your thinking just different.
400 grand over.
That's nothing.
That's not bad.
That's not swinging.
Side question. How do you feel about Dre's wife getting that $100 million divorce settlement?
Okay. Oh wow.
And you know what? We can make it broader than that too. What? Okay. So does a person need, or does a person deserve, the man or the woman? Do you deserve half? And why? Why not? If there's a divorce.
So for me, first, I think this is a no two cases are the same. Number one. Number two, I think it truly depends on, was it all Dr. Dre, or how much did she do to assist or acquire, or what connections, whatever she had that got him from this number to that number during their marriage timeline. So, I don't know. And then, this gets to what state you filing in, the judge you go in front of. There's so many different things that play into why one would award this type of judgment. I think it's over the top. She good. She got hers ultimately. But I mean, we're dealing with big numbers. So, bigger number, bigger payout. But I don't know.
It's $100 million.
It's such a hard question.
Yeah.
It is. It has a lot of sides.
Right. It's situational because it's like, if you look at it towards them, I feel like if you got kids and they're grown and it's just you, I really shouldn't have to give you like millions of dollars. I should give you something so that you'll be set and you can build off of that. But I shouldn't have to give you like half of everything. Now, unless you help me build it and you really are entitled to half of it. Like you was there when I was in the gutter. You was there when I didn't have $1 and you was giving me dollars to make this dream happen and make things come to fruition. Okay, that's different. So that's why I say it all depends on which way you look at it. And so, I mean, I knew she was going to go for the gullet when she started already saying, I want to get this and I want this. And I'm like, she's coming. She wants everything.
And she got it. She
got
it.
So. Yeah, I think time is key here. Like how long they were married. Was she with him from, back in the days when he was wearing makeup and stuff?
Oh, she taking
That was a little sneak right there. I like that. I like that.
Fired.
World class wrecking crew. We remember you, Dre.
So you might have liked my look today. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. So we know she wasn't with him back then. So what timeline did you come in? Because I think in any situation with that, the time definitely matters. If it's from the beginning, I think it makes more sense. But if you like, the one he cheated on with, or the side chick, or the number 4, 5, 6,
That's crazy, bro. I think half. It depends on if you like Tracy said. If did you help me build this? You know what I'm saying? As far as half, but then again, another thing and another reason why people end up getting half, even if they didn't directly build half of the empire, is because like, okay, so let's say you out being Dr. Dre making beats, you know what I'm saying, being on the West Coast, whatever, and I'm at home raising our kids. Like you can make the argument if I'm not there in that capacity, then you can't be free to go be Dr. Dre. So then you can't get the same money that you earn or whatever like that. And I think that's what ends up happening. And a lot of times why the judge does end up giving half away. Really, I think the problem is, I think especially with, it's not even just famous dudes. It's dudes that ain't famous too. Dudes get so caught up on how a girl looks. And like, you know what? Oh, she bad. You know what I'm saying? I want her. She's a baddie. I want this. They actually came out. It's come out, I think last year, some love letters that Dr. Dre sent to his. Are they officially divorced now? I guess they're officially divorced.
I think they are.
Love letters he sent to her when she was with like another rapper, and he was on some stuff like, "Yeah, baby, why don't you come with me? You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be with him. He whack. I can get you this. I can do this for you. I can put you up." Nah, man, that nigga's simping, like hard simping, bro. That's simping. I was like, nigga, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to have you a woman that's going to complement the business that you taking care of, and not one that's just about to be like sitting back and receiving all these gifts that you showering her with. I think that's really the issue. But what do you think, G?
Well, first of all, man, do you remember writing love letters? Remember that?
Yes, I do.
I
do remember that. I remember that. Now you remember the check? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Do you like me? Check yes or no.
Maybe.
And then when she responds back, hell no, you ugly. You're like, damn.
Look, you be all excited.
Damn. You be hurt, man. Your whole entire school day ruined, man. Like, damn, I'm ugly, man.
Like, what's wrong with him? He was moping all day. He was so happy this morning. You raggedy bitch.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, hey man, if she was doing her thing in the crib, like I'm on the side of Rick Ross, like he wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym when he was talking about Juanita and Jordan, but at the same time, if you were in the crib taking care of the house, the children, like you can't put a price on that because that is priceless. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, she was going forward the gusto of like, yo, he's a cheater, he's a woman beater. I'm like, damn, like I know those type of talks get kind of like hectic, like everything is thrown out, like there's no kindness, there's no holding back. Like I gotta put everything out on the table to get the most that I can. But I mean, hey man, he can afford it, pretty much. Yeah. He can afford it.
Yeah, Dre he done made more money off his headphones than he did music. So this nigga, he's straight.
Yeah.
He probably glad to have this whole thing over.
I mean, shoot, he'll make the 100 mil back in 5 years, maybe a year, whatever the case may be. But he's good. He ain't hurt. I mean, apparently he's taking, pictures of a divorce party and all the other good stuff. I'm like, yeah, he fine, man. He fine.
Right.
To him, that's like, $100,000, man. Like, go ahead, take it. You know what I'm saying?
So. But the thing about $100,000 though, when you a billionaire, it's still $100,000 though. It's like, and if you petty, you don't even want to give them that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if it's $1. I don't want you to have it.
Good point. Yeah.
I'd rather give it to the pizza man that delivered my Domino's. You know what I'm saying? Anybody but you.
Oh, come on. It's in the camera for me.
Right.
Why you think I'm pointing at you? That was to everybody out there. Why you taking it?
Breaking the fourth wall for me.
Man, clutching the pearls, man. You gotta clutch the pearls sometimes. What else you got, G?
All right, man. So 2021 is now over. We can leave all of that nastiness behind us. But there were some bright spots in the year as well. So we just want to, pick everybody's brains, keep it light, keep it fun, some of our favorite stuff from last year. So everybody just get it out the way. What was your best moment of 2021?
Now, are you like talking personal, or are you talking about like?
It could be anything. It could be personal, entertainment wise, anything.
Oof, mine is just personal. I saw a lot of growth this year, just with being able to renovate my house. That took so much. Being able to do things that I couldn't do. If I look back 10 years ago and talk to my self from 10 years ago, she'd be like, good girl, like you making some strides. So, I mean, this year was definitely, I had a lot of great moments pertaining to that.
Okay. Tracy?
So definitely a positive year overall. I was successful with real estate. I hit some of my goals. I was very happy with that. And just family wise, I really enjoyed connecting with my daughter this year throughout high school and bonding with her. We relocated and different things and downsized. And it was fun watching her dig into astrology. Like, she's my kid, so she grew up, learning the signs and all that kind of stuff. But learning from her and her insight was fascinating. And then there's a lot of movies we rewatch from like my childhood, or she's really into the 90s and the 70s right now. That's like her thing. So she's in the Shining Club now. I'm a total Shining nerd.
Okay.
She was deeply disturbed when she saw it. And then when I had her watch the Room 237 documentary afterwards, she was, like gone. So she loves it. We even had a Shining theme Halloween party this past year with her. And it's so fun to rewatch things with her, because like we watched The Wiz, and she'll just catch little things that I didn't see, and it'll scare me all over again. I'll be like, no, wait a minute, I didn't see that. You got a point, hold on. So I just really enjoyed just those kind of moments with her. And I love real estate. It's a fantastic fit for my background and my personality and what I like to do. I can do things like this, get up here and talk with you good folks on the first day of the year. So it was a blessed and wonderful year, and I'm ecstatic to take off and go to the next planet. So
that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful.
It was beautiful. Like I had a little manly tear. You can't see it. It was there. It was right there. I recalled it back up. My toxic masculinity won't allow me to cry. I was like, get yours. But that's what's up though, man. That's what's up.
What about you, man?
Like hearing stuff like that. Me, I got a couple, man, on a personal level. Like, this podcast, the reception that we've been getting and the growth that we've had in the podcast, I appreciate that. I appreciate you, G. I appreciate you,
my brother.
I appreciate you, man. Hardworking brother. Another thing, I took a comedy boot camp class like 2 months ago. So it was like over the course of like 7 Sundays, we go and a professional comedian actually teaches us the game. And then at the end, we actually had to perform like a 5-minute set at a comedy club. So I got to do that in November, man. And that was cool. That was so dope, man. Thank you. Thank you kindly. That was cool, man. Just stepping out of my comfort zone and getting to do some things I've been wanting to do for a while, but just been putting off. So that was cool.
All right. Dig that, man. Thank you for the kind words. 2 things. So I guess for to be personable, this podcast or IG, I'm a hands down introvert, camera shy, all of that, right? And it took this podcast for us to really get our faces out there even more so. So it instilled some more confidence within me. So I saw that growth to, just step out there, step outside my comfort zone, and just be ready for anything. Don't be shy no more. Speak your mind and everything else, right? So I'm thankful for that. That's my best moment. But also on a different note, last year we had the pleasure of watching Dipset go against Locks, right? Favorite moment. Jadakiss was talking that talk. The cameraman was like, yo, he's talking that talk, and zooming in on him the whole time. I'm outside. I'm not out in Miami. I'm out here on the streets. And then out of nowhere, you hear New York, New York. And the entire MSG was going crazy. I got goosebumps, Shark. I was like reliving that moment when that song was so big in New York and me being in New York at that time as well. So yeah, it's one of my favorite moments of last year during Versus, man. Like that was an incredible night right there.
Dope night. Dope.
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
We were talking about it before the podcast started about how the Dipset, they was like the popular kids in high school, you know what I'm saying? Like the real dripped out dudes, and like the Locks was just like the dirty, grimy dudes, but they was like talented. It's like in high school, it's like those people would be popular, like the dripped out dudes. But it's like when you're an adult, like you gotta actually put up or shut up. Like we want to see, like, okay, you can dress, that's cool, man. But the Locks, when I say they destroyed Dipset, like Dipset walked into like a whole barrage of bullets, bro. Like it was ridiculous, man. Low key, I wanted to say that was my favorite moment of the year, but I knew you was gonna do it, so I was like, I ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
That was a moment, bro. I was just like, yo, it's like all the songs were there. Like Dipset was like trying to be like cute in their little outfits, and it was like, nah, get off the stage. You know what I'm saying? This is hip hop. So
I shed a tear for that because I love Dipset. I was like, come on, y'all. What are y'all doing? I couldn't even watch the rest.
They put out commercials and everything talking trash. I was like, I hope they know that the Locks is taking this extra serious, man. So just be prepared. Like they got up there, Dip got up there, they tried to like perform with the track, trying to sing over the track. And the Locks called them out. I was like, these dudes don't even know their own words. I was like,
man,
good, like, yo, it's a massacre, bro.
I think everybody was like, no, man, like Dipset, they got more hits. They, they're more fashionable, they're more relevant. But the Locks show that through performance, through timing, preparation, that they still got it. And I know ever since then, it's like, their price went up ever since that Versus right there. So it was cool to see, man, seeing, my rap heroes like get their just due or like get their flowers like that. So I thought that was a cool moment. On to a different topic, y'all. So 2001, there was some dope shows that came out all throughout the year. Off the top of your head, if y'all could think of one show that kept you in tune or you kept coming back to, what would that be for y'all?
It would be Queens. Have you guys watched that?
Yeah.
And it's funny because Jadakiss is there. I'm not a musical kind of person. So when I first saw it, I was like, wow, I don't want to hear all this singing. Just stick to all this other stuff. But the tracks, they slap. I love all of them. And I love like how it's a complete story, how they started off, they were the nasty bitches, and then of all 90 groups, because you remember we're all almost the same age, all the 90s groups seemed to always implode. It never it failed. It was always one that thought, I'm better than the rest of y'all, so I'm about to act like that, and it messed up for everyone else. And that was, they put that in that show. And I love how they came back together at the end and realized like, yo, we're all sisters, we were all in this together, and we're gonna make it through this, and we're gonna keep going. And I like the life lessons it touches on, but I do like the songs. I do be in there singing. I be rewinding like, I like this.
Listen, Brandy.
Yo, we got our video of that. You can't just tell us that. You gotta put some video.
Yo, she's right, because I never knew, man, but if Brandy ever wanted to do a career change, she would be a dope rapper. I'm like, damn, Brandy.
I thought that was genius to just do this, juxtaposition spin on our little precious, Sweet 16 Cinderella Brandy, and now she's, talking shit and cussing and rapping. I love it. I think she should really put out an album. If they're doing this whole show to promo, to drop stuff, I'm with it. I love a dope marketing strategy. I think it would be epic. So I love the show too, because it's like there's some relatable moments, and then like it's soap opera-ish too. Yep. Like
it's got that. Like
So Trace, are you not the type of woman that likes like that soap opera-ish kind of drama? Is that like just not you? I can deal with it, but it has to be like something has to offset it. Like somebody got to get shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some explosions or something like the offset.
Hold on, man. All soap and all of our soap operas, somebody does get shot.
But nah, I ain't talking about somebody get shot once a season. I'm talking about something like what was the joint with Jesse Pinkman and
Empire?
No. Were they cooking up? It was cooking up in the Winnebago.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
That's a drama. There's really no two ways. That's a drama, but somebody gonna get shot. It's gangsters coming. It's assassins. Like it's it's
you want gangsters in your dramas, pretty much, then, man.
Yeah, I need it.
I mean, of course I grew up watching my soap operas with my grandmom and stuff, but
stories.
To me, Manifest was soap opera-y. Like when there's a story and you can't figure it out, and then the twins did it, and like Queens, who shot, they got this who shot JR thing going on, like kind of touching back to that storyline from Dallas back in the day, speaking of soap operas. Now, personally, I absolutely am obsessed, geeked out, nerded out, blurred out about Dynasty. Diane Carroll can do no wrong. That is my show. I love that whole vibe. So for me, like, I don't love all soap operas, but if I do, like, we're stuck together for life. Like, I'm with it. So I do like the little soap opera vibe, because I feel like it could keep going, kind of like what was it? The Game?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, not Game of Thrones. The with Tia, with the twins, with Tia.
The Game.
I feel like the Queens kind of has that potential to keep going like that, because to me that's a dude soap opera. The Game. We're gonna talk about soap.
Yeah.
Definitely had dude elements to it. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's the type of soap opera that I would mess with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So Tracy, what's your favorite show of Is it Manifest?
No, well, Manifest was good. I was definitely addicted. What was my number one favorite show this year? Like, that's why I mentioned like going back and rewatching things with my daughter. I think I enjoy rewatching The Shining through her lens, because I'm such a geek and nerd out about it. But yeah, Manifest was good. Manifest was good because I was up at night checking the news to see if they were going to come out with the season 4. Like, I was committed.
Yeah.
I was really, really committed. And like, I'm all into symbolism and stuff. I'm like, oh, the people, like, come on, y'all. Like,
was that the joint where they like they were on a flight, and then like these, like in the future or something, like they been missing for like a year, but it seemed like it happened right then to them or something like that?
Yeah.
I gave that show a season, and I was like, you know what, now I'm done. I couldn't do it.
I think because it connects to the real disappearance of the Malaysian air flight. That piece in there, that there's a real mystery like that. It's almost Twilight Zone-ish a little bit. It's got a lot of elements thrown into it. I think what kept people addicted is the plot twists were quick. I mean, as soon as you thought you got it, something else came in. You were like, oh man, what's going on now? So
Nah, you can cuss on the show. You could go ahead and just let the F-bombs fly. We like it.
Let it fly. Ooh. What about you, Arya?
Favorite show. There was a few of them, man. It's funny because I know what your favorite show is, G. That's actually my favorite. But again, for the sake of the show, I'm gonna do something different.
All right.
I liked True Story with Kevin Hart. When I tell you, it's funny because Stats Guy, he watched it the day it came out, and he was like, hey, yo, I watched it, and I watched like the first 2 episodes, and I was up all night finishing the joint. Like, I binge watched. And I was like, what? I'm pretty sure it's good. It got Kevin Hart, Wesley Snipes in there, a few other good actors in it. But I was like, I ain't gonna go that far. The exact same thing happened to me. I watched the first episode and I watched all of the episodes like in one sitting. Like the story was so captivating. Kevin Hart killed it. I think he's a better dramatic actor than comedic actor, to be honest with you. Wesley Snipes killed his part. Just the story was like so dope. Like I've never seen Kevin Hart in that light before. I've seen him do drama before, but this was like just like a beautiful performance ahead. So I'm gonna go with True Story. Did y'all get a chance to see it?
Nah.
No.
Oh, y'all gotta see it. It's on Netflix. You gotta see it. It is so good. True Story.
Okay. All right. Give it up to Kevin Hart in the film. For me, are y'all into animation? I know Kiki got my Dragon Ball shirt on, so I know you.
If you're not, we're kicking you off the show. I think it's on a blank.
Playing on a blank. But this year, my favorite show has to be Amazon's Invincible. For one, I'm a huge fan of the comic, and then two, just to see it executed in this media, it blew my mind. The fact that they didn't tone it down and watch the water down, it kept the spirit true to the comics, which came out almost 10, 20 years ago, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it gave the world like the meme of the year, like, think, Mark, think. And now how everybody got their own version of that meme going on for like months and months now, right? But I mean, overall, though, it was cool to see the shock when people found the plot twist in the first episode, and then how that mystery played out all throughout each episode to the end, like the very, very end, where we get the beat down to me of the century, where the father is just putting a pause on his own son. And the shit that he was saying to his son, it was like mental abuse, but he was trying to like, yo, come over to my side. But then he realized like he did change, and the one person he couldn't kill without any remorse was his son. So he had to go. But I mean, that show, I believe, kept everybody on their P's and Q's, like, yo, what's going to happen next? And then just seeing people like seeing a show that violent and that type of an animation that surprised everybody. So I got a kick up watching everybody, seeing that the same way I did when I first read a comic book like years ago when I was like in my 20s. So yeah, Invincible.
That's actually next on my list to watch. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I took like a hiatus on anime. I have, because I watch so much anime. This year's been about kind of like mirroring off what Tracy said, rewatching things that I watched when I was younger. Because I have a daughter who's about to be 18. Ooh, so okay. I like to watch things with her from 90s, 80s, and she's like, this is dope.
Yes. Oh, like Police in the Dark Crystal Club now.
What's that?
The Dark Crystal by Jim Henson.
Okay.
Yeah. I brought her into the club. I love the Skeksis and the Mystics and the Skeksis. They be like, all through the
What is this? What show is this? Yeah. What's it called?
I'll feel you on that, Kiki.
Oh wow, that's out there. That's different. Yeah, you gotta watch Invincible, man. Mm-hmm. Yo, you remember we did the show right when Invincible went off, like in the springtime, and we had can't think of the sister name. She's a comedian, real funny,
Gina.
I think it's Gina G.
Yeah.
Gina G. Shout out to her, man. And we was like everybody else on the panel had seen Invincible, and she had never seen it. So we like trying to explain to her like what's dope about the show, and just the look on her face is hilarious because we're like, yo, it's like violent, right? Like people be getting their arms ripped off, but at the same time the show got a heart. Like trying to explain it to somebody who doesn't know the material is like hilarious because they go like, what are you talking about? And that's how Gina was, man. But Kiki, you gotta watch it. You got Amazon Prime now?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God. As soon as you get off, I need y'all to do two things. First, I need both of y'all to go subscribe to the Geek Salad YouTube if you have not done so yet. Go ahead and do that. Kiki.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Kiki, go watch that as soon as this podcast is over.
I got a question for Kiki. So what anime are you watching with your daughter, if you don't mind me asking?
The last one we watched was One Piece. She got tired of it because we made it to like 300 and something, and she was done.
It's like 1,000 episodes or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said we made it to 300 and that was it. And it's missing. So we have Funimation. So Funimation is missing some of the episodes. I don't know why. And so she was just like, how is it skipping to this? I'm like, I don't know. Just go along with it. Just we'll figure it out when we watch it. Another one that she and I've been watching is probably not really well known is Michiko the Hotchkin. That's a good one. It's probably more for the ladies. It's about like a mother. She's trying to get her daughter back to her father. He was a drug dealer and she used to run drugs, and she kind of looks like Aaliyah. You might have seen memes about her. It's a good show. There are some rappers in there. I cannot think of them right now. I think Busta Rhymes made a cameo in there as well. But I've been watching that with her. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, we kind of took a hiatus because she doesn't like Dragon Ball, like Super and stuff like that. She's like, this is boring. And she's like, why is it taking 5 episodes for him to just scream and yell?
I was just saying that.
That's 5 episodes of that. She's like, this is boring. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Damn. Because look, I used to watch Dragon Ball when I was a kid, Dragon Ball Z when I was like in high school. And then I was like, I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? I never watched GT, not even one time. Most people that like anime say I didn't miss anything, so I'm cool on that.
You didn't. I agree.
Dragon Ball Super came out. First of all, they're gonna take I don't got an anime card. G is the anime guy, okay? Like it's certain animes I like, but G is like the expert with anime. I got a couple of here and there. Like I just started watching Dragon Ball Super yesterday, and I binged I binged like 15 or 20 episodes, and the whole time I'm thinking like, yo, why are you watching this? Because it's like it's fighting, but it's like 90% talking. I'm just like, yo, just fight. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about like the other Z characters, like they serve no purpose but to like push the plot along. Like, what can Yamcha do? This nigga is
nothing.
Like die. He has the ability to die. Like that's all.
They're all cheerleaders, man.
He's in the show.
They're all cheerleaders. They're all on the bench waiting, like Goku save us, and he magically does something, turns green this time around, and then saves the world again for the 16th time. And Vegeta always gonna be sour, like, man, I can't be like Goku. So it's always that back and forth with the show right there. But
I think Krillin had a moment though. I don't remember when. I gotta find it, but I swear Krillin he had a little moment at one point. And I was like, all right, Krillin, finally. Moment
in like Z, like he had his little stupid destructo disc, and like he threw it at somebody, and like, it was Vegeta had turned into like the ape. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked at the moon. I think it was Krillin's destructo disc that chopped his tail off and made him revert back. I think. But like other than that,
we old.
What is Krillin good for, bro?
I'm listening. I'm trying to jump in. The tail gone. It's reverting back.
Yeah, you remember? Did you ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
I wasn't really into anime. See, my mom is into anime and Star Wars, and my daughter is into anime.
Okay.
I mean, I know Sailor Moon, there's a little red spot.
We don't speak that name on this show. We don't speak the name. We do not speak the name. It's like this ongoing joke where like people, it's mostly women. It's some dudes too though. They just they Sailor Moon heads. They love Sailor Moon. So they always be like, well, Sailor Moon could beat Goku. Y'all think Goku is so strong? Sailor Moon, like, yo, shut up. Okay. Goku is not losing to Sailor Moon, bro. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Don't do my Sailor Moon like that. I used to watch that before we went to school. It was like religion. Every morning, get up, school, trying to get dressed. My mother yelling. It's closed doors, not watching it.
For me, just the theme song alone was just like,
Listen. Okay, I was like 12 or 13 when it was out, so I was watching it, but I was watching it for like completely different reasons. The same reason I was watching women's tennis when I was like 13, just because like they was wearing short skirts and they was just like, So 13-year-old me is like, I know to this day I know tennis like I know all the rules to it, and it's because of back then being 13 and just watching women
being thirsty
and being super thirsty at 13. I wonder, a young RA wondered, But yeah, like I was watching Sailor Moon because they had like short skirts on, but you never saw anything. It was very disappointing. Anyway, Goku can beat Sailor Moon. That's the end of that. Did everybody go with their favorite TV show?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's next?
All right, y'all. So next up, favorite movie of last year.
Ooh.
I want to say mine is Army of the Dead. Anybody seen that?
Hmm.
David Bautista, Omari Hardwick.
Okay.
I mean, at first, I had to watch it twice because the first time I was like, oh, here we go with this father being mad at his daughter being mad at his father, parent troubles. But then when I watched it, I liked it. I think it's directed by Zack Snyder. He does like a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Zack Snyder's a genius. That's what, the one guy.
And I liked it. And I liked the end of it, how it ended too.
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorite movies. I pretty much binge watch everything on Netflix. So I was just like, I like that.
Okay. Tracy?
Tracy Renee.
I am a documentary nut. So really the latest installment of Tiger King with Doc Antle blew my mind because of the connection back to Virginia. Like I'm into studying cults and stuff. So he like the backstory on him and the Yogaville cult that's in Virginia. And there was like another cult that had a connection back to Virginia. That kind of, it creeped me and my daughter out. Like I was like, we need to take a break.
Okay.
Was it better than the first season?
Huh?
Was it better than the first season?
No, it was so there was Tiger King and then they did a follow-up and then there's like a third one that's just on Doc Antle. And I I think he's the villain of the whole show. Like he makes our boy, I forget his name. He makes him look like a little tiger cub.
So Doc is one where I guess he has like a lot of women that are like the trainers.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a cult. Like it's a cult, literally. Like he learned it from a different cult, but he himself, he's a trust fund baby. And just all of the details that came out, and because there was like Virginia's kind of weird to me anyway. So I'm like, oh, there's another point on the board. So that's
hold on, you talking about Virginia the state? What's wrong with Virginia?
Yes.
Nah. Okay, look, the 757 ain't weird. I can't speak for the rest of Virginia. Like rural Virginia, like big Stone Gap, Virginia, like close to where I don't know.
Virginia.
I can't speak for them parts.
It's a lot of history that I researched and like stuff that I observed because I'm from Central Virginia. I'm from Ettrick, Petersburg, but I live out in Virginia Beach. And Virginia's strange. It was the first place where the insane asylum was founded for whites and blacks. I mean, I can keep going into
crazy people together for racial unity. You know what I'm saying?
All of the military bases are here. The biggest Norfolk Navy base is here. FBI Quantico training base is here. I mean, I can keep going. So I don't believe in coincidences. I have a copy of Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper on my shelf.
Okay.
I'm one of those. So yeah, Virginia's weird to me. It's my state. It made me who I am, but it's weird.
Sure. I remember all of the rappers in the 90s put us on to Behold a Pale Horse. Like that's all you would hear in the raps was that book right there.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
I was working. Pregnant with my daughter actually, and I was working selling cell phones. It was T-Mobile, Alltel.
I think everybody worked at some kind of cell phone place. Like I went to the cell phone. I used to work for Singular.
Is it a rite of passage for us blurs?
I think so. I used to work for Singular Wireless. That's how long ago. Remember Singular?
Yeah.
And it wasn't the actual store. We were like our own little branch. And this white guy with a ponytail and glasses, I'm like, what you reading? And he was like, you could borrow, and he let me have it. And that book, like, just opened me up to so much before that. I've always been a little nerd and a little special snowflake, but that one just I joined the spaceship. Like I took off.
That's when it happened.
Together now.
All right.
Okay.
What about you, Arya?
Let's Let me think, man. Because it's been a few movies, man.
Oh yeah.
I would say, look, I'm gonna start off with my disappointment in the movie though. I was disappointed with Black Widow. I'm not gonna say it was trash or nothing like that, but I thought it could have been way better than it was. I don't like the fact that how they did Taskmaster. I think they should have kept it comic book accurate, but that's neither here nor there. My favorite movie of the year, without a doubt, was Spider-Man, bro. Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, it's rare for me to go to the movies. Well, first, it's rare for me to go to the movies, with the pandemic, but no way I wasn't going to the movies to see this one. And I brought my kids with me. And, like, I had, like, a legit 3 or 4 moments where I fanned out. You know what I'm saying? When, first, y'all saw it, right? Everybody's seen it.
Nope, not yet.
How is this?
Oh, man.
All right, how do we kick?
Yeah.
We never kicked people off the show before, but we gotta make it accept. How?
In my excuse, I just didn't want to go to the movie theater.
Man. Oh, hurt the heart.
Y'all all right?
Hurt the blurred hearts. Oh man. Oh man. All right, so I guess we got to be delicate because we don't want to rob you of the experience of watching the movie.
Because I want to see it. I just feel like to go to the movie theater and not to go to the movie theater is like the big issue, And if I go, I got to bring my squad with me. And I don't want to have them out there.
I feel you. It's a pandemic. I won't even force you for that. Low key, I'm judging you, but I won't even force you for that. Okay, so I won't spoil the movie for you. But there were like a legit 4 moments that I fanned out. So I brought my teenage boys with me. And when be careful. When one person appeared on screen who I didn't know was going to be in the movie, I legit had one of these moments. I was like this, and I caught myself and I was like, I can't believe I'm like fanboying out right now, but I did. And it's rare that a movie like gets all of this hype and then you go see it and it lives up to the hype. Spider-Man No Way Home 100% lives up to all the hype. Great performances by the cast. The story is insane. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get some Oscar buzz, to be honest with you. It's that good. So wait, so y'all just not gonna see it? Because I know it's a pandemic and everything. Y'all just like, I'll wait for it to stream. Like, what's y'all plans on that? Because y'all ain't.
The plan is to go on like a Tuesday, like a day everybody's at work. So I was planning on, I was like, I'll just take the day off and do like, we have, I don't know if everywhere has, we have deluxe movie theaters. You pay a little extra, you get the comfy seats and they bring you food and stuff. So nobody wants to pay for all that. So I'll do that and then I get to enjoy it.
Okay. I'm in the same way. I absolutely love going to the movies. That was one of the things I missed the most with everything going on. It's going to the movie theater. So I'm the same way. When I go, like I like to go where I can get my drink and my food and have the whole experience. I want movie theater popcorn, so on and so forth. Because Sing 2 came out and I thought it was online, but it's in the movie theater, and I was like, so I'm gonna
make that track go up there.
Yeah.
Yo, we got a Cine Bistro here.
I remember that place, that spot.
Never going again. Never going again. I went to go see, what was it? Red or something? It's Retired and Dangerous or something. The old people, but they were like assassins back in the day.
It's Red, right?
It's Red.
Yeah, Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman was in the movie.
And Retired and Extremely Dangerous. I think that's the acronym or whatever. But I went to Cine Bistro to see it, and I made a mistake and got a steak because I was hungry, and like ate the joint, and like halfway through the movie, I was like slumped. It's like straight. So the seats are so comfortable. I was like, never again.
I didn't halfway through.
Yeah, I was like, yo, either I'm never coming here again, or I'm gonna come here and just get like an appetizer or something. That steak put me all the way to sleep. But yeah, y'all gotta see Spider-Man, bro. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, got to.
We're gonna get it together. Now wait, did somebody hasn't seen Lovecraft Country yet in here?
Whoa!
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Hold on.
Talk to him. What? Oh man.
Hold on.
Both of y'all.
Real quick. What's Where's the mute button? How do I mute Tracy? I cannot mute Tracy. Zoom will not allow me to be.
I gave you until New Year's Eve.
God damn, how is she?
Oh yeah.
I usually got the ability to mute. I can't. Mute.
Listen, man, you started watching Dragon Ball Super, right?
Yeah.
So push that to the side. Get your Lovecraft on. You know, just hunker down and watch it, man. That's it.
I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna watch it. Side note, let me ask the ladies. We was talking about this at the beginning of the show. Do y'all ever like when you out in public, do you ever change the way you eat a banana? Because we figure like it might be like a pervy too.
Yes, I do. I like to eat it real quick in my car, and like I don't got no little dude next to me. Yes.
So,
that's
so
real.
You eat
it's
your
so
banana,
funny though,
right? You do it like a little woodland creature. You be like, you know what I'm saying? Like a little woodland creature. Damn.
Oh man.
It'd be funny because I always get my cousin when he be eating bananas, right? Like he like peel it and he be about to put the bananas out. And he be like, and I'll be like, you better break that banana up just to mess with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then of course I had just now you made me think about Belly and I do.
Oh yeah, the dude, the hating dude. I can't think of his name. He was
the guy with the glasses out in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Why is he such a hater? You don't know. Oh my God, that's funny though. That is funny. Okay, so I'll give you that one, Trace. I'm gonna see Lovecraft Country. It's on my list. I got like a list of like 20 shows and movies I got to watch.
Hold on, yeah. Kiki,
Okay.
why haven't you seen it yet?
What happened?
Put the camera on Kiki.
I said I didn't see Lovecraft.
Put a single on Kiki. Put it like just like let it just be Kiki. Like single.
I told you I haven't seen Lovecraft either. I don't know the appeal about it, but I do want to see it because people keep saying I need to see it.
If you're,
I know it's gonna be good. Everybody,
if you're into weird, occult, science, South Black, you know, it's all of that gumbo mixed together, and it makes for a cool mystery, cool show, and it's Black excellence all throughout the show. So
yeah,
that's one reason why you got to see it.
Yes, there's so many things that intersect for me, like you said. The history that they intertwine into it and the way they do it, it's not, you know, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm fatigued from like another slave movie. But the way they did it, I felt it, and it was a get out moment for me. Lovecraft Country was me seeing us in this space, like how, you know, this space is created for me to show up authentically and be myself. That's what Lovecraft Country was. So when they discontinued, I was like, yeah, y'all don't want us to come up. Y'all don't want us to be great, you know?
Yeah.
But
anybody saw Candyman?
Get to it. It's worth
this past year. Was that disappointing to y'all? Candyman?
Yes.
My blackness will not allow me to say that it was disappointing, even though it was super it was disappointing. No, it was good. I think Candyman was good, but I think it could have been a lot better. I think it seemed like they rushed it at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It seemed like they rushed it. It's like everything up until the end was like dope, and it was like the action was good, the pacing was good, the acting was good, but then it was like, it's like the movie concludes in like 5 minutes, like real quick. And I'm just like, yo, like, why did they do it like that? I'm led to believe they were like behind, like on like the timing of it or something. Like they had to get it out by a certain deadline or something like that. That's what I think happened. I don't know if that's true or not.
No, I felt the same. I felt it was rushed. And so I didn't get the enjoyment. I was hyped for the movie. And I was like, why does it feel like this? Like, I feel like they were just trying to hurry up and get everything and mash everything into there. And I didn't like it too much. And I just was like, I felt like it was rushed, and I felt like they didn't take the time to craft it the way they should have. I thought it could have been a lot better.
I feel like that's why, like, I've been rewatching a lot of stuff more lately. I feel like everyone's into like quick cuts, trauma porn, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like we're missing storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't take much to tell a story, and you know, those old school Alfred Hitchcock techniques and stuff, they work. You know, to let the audience, you know, be a part of the story or create their own fears. I think that's why I love the Shining. Is because it's really you scaring yourself.
Okay.
Shining is a dope example of you know, making a movie and how it lasted over the years. It keeps gaining new fans. Like a movie like that for me is John Carpenter's The Thing. I don't know why, but I love that movie, y'all.
He was screaming watching it last week. He was terrified, like freaked out. Oh my God, yes.
Listen, like matter of fact, I watched that movie this week during work, and I had to be like, you know what? F work, man. Let me just watch this. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Listen, man. It's something about the way that they use like actual puppets and they make it look so damn real. And it's like 30 years later, it still looks good. Like I'm like, damn, man.
The dog scene where it pops open when they chop off.
Oh my God.
And like they really got the point really good, like how you would be freaking out if you didn't know who was who. Like they were really suspect. They were really like, look, we cool, but I'm gonna shoot you right now. Okay. I think you got that shit with you. You got that, you got that, you know, but yeah.
Wait, is that the joint where like was it like an alien or something taking over people's bodies?
Yeah.
Yes, and you couldn't tell who had it until they transformed and stuff. And it's got.
Could you like see it in their eyes?
Nah.
It was a movie.
It was the remake.
Like, see it in their eyes.
It was the remake that came out like 2000 and something. That was terrible, by the way. That was a terrible remake.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I want to say it had the dude from you remember that show Homeland, the dude who played Brody?
Yeah.
He was. I think he was.
That's a different
like
movie. Then
they was like out. They was out. It was. I just remember it being snow, and I remember there being some type of creature, and it's like it would take people's bodies over, but you couldn't tell until like looked into their eye. Like their eyes look weird or something like that. I don't remember the name of it though.
Not sure. I mean, the remake there has snow in it because, you know, they're like isolated at a snow base. But to what Tracy was saying, it was like, yeah, man, like you couldn't trust nobody. Anybody could have got snatched up and turned into an alien. And that 80s movie, like it nailed everything right. Yeah.
And there's so many cameos in the movie. There's so many actors that we follow, or like what's his name from Dead Presidents? With the fake leg.
Oh,
and he was a princess in the fall.
I can't remember his name.
Keith David? No.
He's in Greenleaf.
Keith.
And he's got that voice.
I know who you talk about. The name is just escaping me.
Is it Keith something? I wanna.
But
he's also Spawn, right?
Huh?
The actor also voices Spawn, right?
He voices a lot of cartoon characters. Let me pull him up. Let's see. But yeah, because once I say it, we'll all know. But he's in there. There's another guy that's on the American Horror Story. He's a young guy in there. And it's dope to see. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up. Here we go. Keith David.
Yep. Keith David Williams. That's him.
Keith David is in there as a young guy. I like watching him in They Live too. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so do you have that horror streaming service? What's it called? I can't think of what it's called, but they actually have like a horror streaming service. Shutter. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Shutter was like predominantly horror, because that's definitely my jam. Yeah, I'm into psychological thrillers more than horror.
It's like a good scary movie is so rare. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
like I'll say 90% of them, 95% of them is just stupid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Or they
I
got
feel
the
like
ghost.
back in the day they were better. They were more scarier.
Yeah.
Now they kind of like have to tread a fine line because just thinking about it, the 80s, 90s movies, they were
I don't
more
want to offend
scarier.
anybody.
They
Mhm.
were way more.
There's an awesome documentary. Y'all might have seen it. I think it's Horror Noir. It's the Black history of Black folks in horror, and there's a lot like Keith David's in it. It's a lot of Old Girl from The Craft is in it.
Okay.
The one Black character that it's a lot of it's a really good documentary. I learned a lot. Like why the Black guy's always the first guy to be killed in the movie, and one of the professors in there was saying basically if he gets killed first, you know this is a problem because he didn't survive. So it really goes deep into it because us in horror film versus now is we've come a long way. And we're still
Yeah.
Because like you don't know, the Black person doesn't always die. It's like I think it's almost like on purpose. They make sure even the nigga go be alive toward the end. Like, excuse me. Even if he gonna be one of the first people to die, he just not the very first person to die. Like you can tell, like they're very intentional about that now. You know what I'm saying?
There was
They
a
could
movie
die
LL
second.
Cool J was in. There was a movie LL Cool J was in. I think it was like The Shark, and you thought he was gonna die first.
Okay, yeah.
And he made fun of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He was
I thought
he
was
was
that
the
was
chef
the
in the
joint.
movie.
That was a joint that got Samuel L. Jackson.
yes.
Samuel L. Jackson, like, look.
Didn't Shark bite somebody's arm off?
Yeah.
I did bite somebody off, but Samuel L. Jackson, he made like this. It was funny because I want to say when that movie came out, it was right before Sam Jackson was like a superstar. He still was like, he had movies where he had big parts in, but that was before he really took off.
Yeah.
So it's like he was making a speech. He was like, look, I'm telling you, we gotta come together. And he gave like this big impassioned speech, and then it's like the whole shark just comes like, ah.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
I remember that.
they killed Samuel L. Jackson, nigga. Ow.
Yeah, man. Got him up,
Yo.
yo. Snatched him up, man.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Did any of you guys see what is it? The Ghostbuster movie that just came out?
Nah, but I want to.
No.
Tell you what,
but
Ghostbusters I did
the
see.
franchise.
The one with Leslie Jones in it. I did. Shout out to Leslie Jones too. She talented, man. But I didn't. I had no
It was
desire
garbage.
to
You
see
didn't
that.
miss much.
That's what I heard, bro. Like I
It was
ain't
garbage.
The one with Leslie Jones, my daughter was younger, and we went to take her. Plus, like I like the Ghostbusters franchise, so we went to take her, and it was cool for her to see like the lady version and stuff. But I didn't even realize there was another one that came out. I must have missed
Yeah, it came out.
It just came out. I went to see it against my better judgment a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But it was really good. You guys should really see it. It brought back a lot of memories, and they do touch upon the original Ghostbusters. And I liked it because I felt like Ghostbusters was silly, but it was still like it had a dramatic points to it, and that's why I didn't like the one with Leslie Jones. It was too silly for me.
Yeah,
it was like I wanted it to be a little bit more serious. So this one, it was really good.
I tell you the part I had a problem with the joint with Leslie Jones in it. I really had no problem with them making it for women, especially the women they chose for the roles, because wasn't what's the girl name from the girl from Bridesmaids? Melissa McCarthy. Wasn't Melissa McCarthy in it?
Mm-hmm.
Melissa McCarthy is hilarious. Leslie Jones does her thing, but I didn't like it when I found out like the whatever the Ghostbusters receptionist was, like they made that a dude, but they kind of made him like weak. Like I get it, like he's not gonna be the hero, but they kind of made him weak. I didn't like that. I'm saying you don't gotta do all of that. It's like they're going out of their way to try to be like men are useless. You know what I'm saying? The women save the day. Like I think, I didn't think that was necessary. Oh, on another note. Oh, go ahead, G.
No, that movie they made people dance in the middle of New York City. I'm like, come on, man, this is just too extra. Why are we doing this?
Choreographed dance movie. What is this?
Come on, man. Like,
flash mob in the
I'm here for the jokes, but this is just too much, man, for a Ghostbusters movie. You know what I'm saying? But back to the original, again, like this rewatching what worked, like that first one. My son, he's he's 11 and he loves Ghostbusters out of nowhere. I'm like, how did you watch this, man? I mean, yo, he loves it, man. He loves Ghostbusters. I'm like, okay, I got you, son.
I tried to get my kids into Indiana Jones like that, and they just, Dad, this is boring. Like, oh my god. I used to watch Indiana Jones with my mom when I was a kid, and I loved it. Like, it was this action all the time. And Indiana Jones, he got a whip and like a satchel, but it still looks dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody else got a whip? Like, what is it, like a dominatrix or something? But it just works.
What is your favorite? Which Indiana Jones movie is your favorite? I like the one where they're in the temple and she reaches in with the rope.
Temple of Doom. When the old boy was taking people's hearts out their chest.
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh no! Remember the scene, but it was eating monkey brains.
Yes. I do.
Low key though. Let me tell you what's going on in my 7, 8-year-old mind. That looks kind of good. Not because brains, but you ate. It look. You know what it looked like? It looked like a slushy or something, like a red slushy you would get from like the candy lady or something. It looked like that. I wonder what that tastes like. I wonder. Oh, but yo, when she had to reach her hand through the joint with all the bugs, bro, like,
yes,
adult me could do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you either do that or die. When I was a kid, I was like, that nigga have to die. I'm not reaching my hand. I'm not reaching my hand.
When I was little, I was
Peace
like,
out, Indiana Jones. But yo, let me tell you what y'all think of this, and then we get back to our favorite parts of the year. Because me and G were talking about this last week. It's movies are so different because of like woke culture nowadays. Some of it is good, some of it is necessary. But do you feel like that sometimes they go too far? Let me give you an example. Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. I can't think of the actress that played in that movie. But if you go back and watch it now, she pretty much was useless the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, she played the damsel in distress role, but like that's all she was. Yeah. And I don't think that's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Women can be very useful, obviously. Yeah. But it's like, I feel like nowadays it's such a hard correction. Like, you never see that now at all. So like, let me ask, have y'all like noticed that in movies, or like what do you think? Do you think they're like trying too hard, or you think it's just the right amount, or what?
I think it was a complete switch, because if you, like you said, when you remember those movies from back then, the women were damsels in distress. They didn't know how to do nothing. They couldn't even brush their hair without help. And now it's so different, because now it's just like, sometimes they overdo it and sometimes it's the right balance. I can't think of a movie off the top of my head, but
an example.
Yeah, it's just like, sometimes I look at it like, I could tell y'all doing that to cater and make sure that, we don't want them to seem weak, but you can still have that. Sometimes we look for those old things. It's like nostalgic to us, like, here comes this damsel in distress, she about to mess stuff up. And we don't always have to try to make everybody happy. You're never going to make everybody happy.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a going to like overcorrecting and like being too literal, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there, like I said, like the missing of the storytelling. I had heard that the Them is a scary horror on Amazon. Y'all, I don't know if y'all watched it. Mm-hmm. I was against watching it, but my daughter was interested, and I kind of regretted watching it. I think they not only did they go too far in the horror, but like, I feel like they went too far with the Black Lead's character, and it became so unreal. Like, there's no way she would have been able to do this in the neighborhood and they not respond. I feel like people, like, storytelling now sometimes is, like the manifest quick cuts and the trauma porn, or it's or the like wild topics, like in Euphoria with Zendaya. So I think there's a niche and a genre for it, but like I'm more into cerebral things. So yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, it's
like Go ahead, G.
No, man. I mean, yeah. Of course, you're going to see that change because things have changed a whole lot since the '70s and the '80s, and we do get movies that shows so much more of a better, strong female lead. Like think about it, we got lately we got Bruised by Halle Berry, we got Salt, we had what's the movie with Zao Saldana, Colombiana. Then we got shows like Queen of the South, Sugar Cane or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
there we go. Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's good to see that again. With not only with gender, but with people of color, just getting their respects due now. Because 20, 30 years ago, it was few and far in between, or would be off in our own corner. Like waiting for big Hollywood to accept us or like bring us in. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope all the way around to see everybody at this, get their piece of the pie and then some. So I'm down for it, man.
Well said, my good sir. Well said. What do we have? It was one more category we had. So we had
worst
movies,
moments of 2021.
Oh yeah, what's the worst moment of 2020?
Worst moment, y'all.
Thank God the year's over. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank God. It's a lot going on in that year. You want to start?
Personally, I didn't have any bad moments. I think my worst moment was poor Betty White. That hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, dang, what happened?
Okay.
She was like 2.5 weeks away from 100, man.
I couldn't believe that because I think she just did an interview anyway, with people like via the phone. Like she was like, I keep healthy, I don't eat anything green and all this other stuff. And then next thing you know, it was like, oh, Betty White's gone. And I really thought it was a hoax because they've said she's died like 4 or 5 times this year. And I was just like, Dad. I think it was just hard hitting because that was part of my childhood, and I remember I have great memories attached to her in the project she did because that was my childhood.
Gotcha. Anybody else?
Definitely was taking shots for Betty last.
Oh yeah. I'll go next. This year to me, politics was the worst, man. It was like high school all over again. But the politics, I mean, the right, the left, conservatives, right wing, left wing, everybody is talking down on each other. And then it was like people were making bigger issues of things like, CRT. I don't want my kids to go to school. And then, some states are talking about, we're not going to talk about slavery. We're going to call it involuntary servitude. I'm like, yo,
it's ridiculous.
Right.
Man.
And then, Texas with their abortion, bills going on. I mean, like this year, I was like, damn, if there's one year where you needed to pay attention to what's going on in politics, like this was the year. And that shit was just depressing month after month after month. So yeah, that was I'm glad we're leaving that behind. And I hope this year we get more things done. And lastly, Biden lied. He said that he was going to waive my student debt and it is going to get expired. I wasn't the one to get my joints removed, so I want my vote back.
Right.
She talking spicy. She said, Biden, you lied.
He lied to me, man. He lied to me, man.
She talking spicy, bro. Like, if the fans is listening, please do not audit me. Please do not. G's comments do not necessarily reflect the opinions and values of the Geek Salad podcast.
Oh man, don't do me like that, man.
Sorry, bro. I can't get audited, bro. I'm not always honest with my texts. What was bad? Yo, you know what? The worst moment for me, whenever this Omarion variant came out. You know what I'm saying?
Not Omarion.
Ain't this like the third variant? No, it was the second.
Second, yeah. No,
third.
Third. Yeah.
This is third one. You got whatever, I guess regular COVID-19. Then you had the Delta. Then you got the Omicron or whatever. Like, oh my, it's just like it's something after one thing after another with this virus, man. I will tell you one thing that I've learned in this whole virus thing. People's perception or the things people have gone through is their reality. and it's really no way to like talk people out of or get people in a mind state where they're like being rational and they're open to new ideas, open to new concepts. When people think something is a certain way, it just is. Like reality and research and stuff and scientific data just means nothing to people if your mind is already set one way or the other. That's one thing I learned about this year.
Close-minded folk. Gotcha. Tracy.
Yeah, I'm a tag in with y'all that because communication is my whole thing. It's been exhausting having to, at times I've had to say, you know what, we need to take a break from watching TV, or we need to take a break from talking about it. And it's really challenging because you have to stay informed to know what's going on, but sometimes it's everywhere, and I think with 2021, everyone is like, we're still processing 2022 and going through 2021. It was tough communicating at times. It was tough finding peace or space, with the news and everything. So I'm hoping that moving forward, folks, I think in some instances, maybe it's better to agree to disagree on things. And it was also frustrating with so much of an overlap of things, like politics spilling over to health stuff spilling over into politics. So I just feel like you would go in the grocery store and hear someone talking about it. You hear it on the radio real quick. You hear it on the news real quick. Your kids are coming home from school and they're telling you about something that's going on from school. So I think it's just been exhausting for it to be a constant topic when sometimes we have to tap into it, and then other times it's just like downloaded on us. And it's like, I think everyone's ready to, not even necessarily get back to a new normal, but just get to a space of peace.
Right.
Yeah, I'm there with you because I'm tired of Amarion touching everybody, making everybody dance back and forth to the hospitals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, yo, this, like, we have never been through anything like this in our times, and it has changed everything. And people are losing their minds, whether they're for safety or against it. They don't believe in quarantine, and it's like, but people are taking it to like the extreme where they're like protesting in hospitals where people are actually getting sick from this thing, and it's like, all right, it's cool if you don't believe in the science behind it, but do we have to be extra? Do we have to be on 100 if we disagree about something that somebody else wants to believe in? And it's like, that was why, to me, like all of that nastiness, I want to leave it behind in 21, 22. Let's get Amarion out of here. Let's ban him. Let's leave him back in the B2K days. You know what I'm saying? Just go on, man. Like, yo, be gone.
Mario sitting at his crib in a chair, like, what did I do?
Right.
Why am I trending? I ain't even put no music out. What's happening?
Mario's ears are burning. Everybody every 2 seconds.
That's crazy.
That's gonna be annoying for like your Twitter to be like, why am I getting so many tweets? And everybody talking about Amarion, the virus, not nationally. And I'm like, damn.
Like, I ain't even do nothing. Like, what's God? I guess all publicity is good publicity, they say. So that's actually a good segue into our last little part of what we're talking about. What's your favorite music from this past year? Your favorite music? It can be a single, it can be a CD. A CD, dang, I sound old. It could be an album that came out, right? It don't have to be like a single. Like, what's your favorite music from this past year?
The song I like is kind of trash, like once I really listened to the lyrics, but I liked the beat. It was just so vibing and chilling. Yeah. It's Doja Cat and The Weeknd. You're right.
Okay. Okay.
How does it go?
The song is about
Go ahead,
cheating.
Kiki.
I never
Sing it.
listened to the lyrics until my sister said something. She was like, "Why you like that song? She's cheating on her man." I was like, "Oh damn!" I was like, "But I'm
Right.
Look,
Like
whole
that.
time Kiki husband looking at her side was like, whole
Bobby
time.
Brown.
I gotta watch
I
you.
just like the
I gotta
beat.
watch you.
I just like the beat.
Yeah.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I ain't hear the lyrics.
You know what?
The
You can only
lyrics.
do that with hip hop, because if it was R&B talking about it, you'd be like, nah, that's too personal, man. That's too personal. You're singing it, harmonizing it, moving to it like nah.
Side note, real quick. The song, let me ask you, how old were you when you realized some of those songs from like the 70s and like 60s that you heard when you was like a kid, that they were actually about something completely different? Like that one song, I think it's Whitney Houston. It was Saving All My Love for You. That's like a side chick anthem. Like she's literally talking about dating a dude that got a whole wife and family, that she's saving all her love for him. It's like when I was a kid, I was like, saving all my love for you. It's a love song.
Right.
This is a whole record. Like it's just like a whole record anthem. Like how old were y'all when you realized like some of these songs, especially the old joints, like what they were talking about? These people ain't nothing.
That Whitney Houston one, I was like an adult because I have listened to the lyrics. I'm sitting there with my dad and I'm singing it, and I'm like, wow, that's what she's talking about. I didn't even think about that. I was like, wow. There's another song that I can't think of that's about a vibrator. I think it's a black lady. I cannot think of the name of the song. I didn't know that's what it was about either.
Vibrator? Who's on what?
I'm trying to think. What song? I'm trying to think. Which one? What song is that?
What R&B?
It's definitely R&B. I can't remember the song, but my dad was the one that told me. He said, that's not really a good song. He said, I don't even know why I let y'all listen to that when y'all were kids. And I was like, well, why do you let us listen to it now? With my kids in the car.
That's why you got kids now. Like, thanks, Dad. Like, this is why I got kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? You let me listen to this raunchy music.
Like, thank you, Dad. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a song by I want to say SWV that's kind of like that too, where they're like the side chick. I forgot what's the name of the song though, man. It's I can't remember, man, but yeah, like it's fun going back down that lane to see like which songs from back then were like, damn, they ain't about shit. They ain't about nothing.
Can you make a song about this? It'd be funny because like, go ahead, Tracy.
My daughter was like, y'all songs from the 90s are messy. I was like, what are you talking about? And it was Guy, piece of my love. You can have a piece of my love.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, boy, yeah.
Why only a piece?
That's a good question. Yeah. That's a good question. Only a piece.
It's a certain piece you can have. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's only one piece that you.
You know what? I'm surprised in this woke era how Bell Biv DeVoe hasn't been canceled yet. Because remember, they had a song where she was 16 backstage or whatever, and now you're like, that don't sound too good, BBD. You know what I'm saying? That really that's it's kind of how old was y'all back then?
I can't say nothing to that because I'm from Boston. They'll come to my house.
Coming for you, right?
I say nothing that my Boston.
Knocking on your door like, God, y'all have a concert to go to? It's COVID. We don't got no concert. We heard you talking trash on the Geek Salad podcast. We love those guys. That's wild, bro. Stuff was just different. I feel like stuff was acceptable. Like I remember being in high school and being like in 9th and 10th grade, and like the girls, they typically would date the older guys, but it was always like the neighborhood like drug dealer, whatever guy. He'd be like maybe 23, 22 or something like that. But he's dating like a junior in high school or something. You know what I'm saying? And like when you in high school, like you don't really think nothing of it. But it's like as an adult, you're like, wait, why you ain't messing with people your age? Why you going and getting high school girls? Like, it's kind of weird, bro. Like,
yo, prime example, right? Our daughter last night, now she's 15, by the way. She want to go to a New Year's party. Now, mind you, it's about 30 minutes away in Charlotte. And she said, oh, it's going to be at the house. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe it's cool. But now I'm like, hold up. Let me get the address right. It's an apartment. And like, oh, yeah, it's going to be two twins and they're 11th graders. And she's a freshman. I'm like, hold up now. They're probably about like 18, 19 years old, maybe.
Yeah, I see it, Trace.
Right. I mean, it's just red flags all over the place. And I'm getting shocked from watching Euphoria. I'm like, nope. You see them show up in Euphoria, them high school parties is different these days, man.
Kids.
I'm like, nope. Will not allow her to be in the presence of pills or some other weird shit that these kids be doing, man. I'm like, nope, you ain't going to stay here in this house for New Year's, man. Like, nah.
We gonna pray the New Year in. That's what we gonna do. We gonna pray the New Year in.
Okay, amen.
Look, I did that last night. I came front, yo, low key. I did not. I was watching something on TV, and we was taking early tonight. We was taking shots with Betty White. You know what I'm saying? And it was like 11 o'clock. I was laying down. I just stopped fighting to sleep, and I just like. So my middle kid knocks on the door. He's like, Dad, are we gonna do the countdown now? I'm like, what countdown? Oh, so it's like maybe 2 or 3 minutes to midnight. I'm like, all right, let me get up. Wake the wife up because she knocked out too. Again, shots from Betty White. So countdown. We do like the last 10-second countdown. We do that. Then I pray, and I'm like, all right, y'all go to bed. Because I just want to go back to sleep. It's like, yo, this is what it means to be getting older, man. It's different. Because if I was like 25, varying or not, nigga, I'm out there. Party, you know what I'm saying? Right. Pulling up.
But I was like, till the sun come up and I'm going to breakfast. What?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yes. It's like now I could still party like that, but it ain't gonna be the frequency. That's what changes. The frequency ain't what it was then.
I have to prepare to party like
that. You gotta take a nap.
Yep.
Gotta take a little nap.
Plan. Do I have to start those flats with me? Come on now.
Yo, you been playing. Yo,
it'd be like 7 o'clock. You be like, I'm tired, man. Look, if I don't take a nap in the next 30 minutes, bro, I ain't gonna be no good tonight. Right. I need at least 45 minutes to an hour and a half, man.
Because it hits you when you get older. Me and my husband, we used to go on a lot of cruises. And we'd be like, oh, talking trash. We're going to stay up, go to the clubs on the cruise because they have like
drink in the daytime, you know.
It's 9:30. I'm like, you want to lay down for a little while? We got to go back out.
It's a wrap. Wake up like 4 o'clock. Like, God, sleep for 7 hours.
Yeah. We still got the clothes on. Talk about we were still going to go to the club. I'm like, it's done and over with now.
Yo, I swear, as you get older, you do not fight that sleep. It just be it'll creep up on you and it be feeling good.
I know, get excited about it. Woo!
Right.
Sleep is good. I love sleep.
All right. No.
Oh man.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, look, before we get out of here, though, yo, Kiki, tell us about this podcast. I got to see like a couple of episodes of your show. I want to say it was like a makeup unboxing, and I was just watching it. I came from I was watching. This is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Yes, Tracy, we see your makeup. It's very nice. We see you, Tracy.
I was leaning. This was between me and Kiki, but thank you.
You shot it, girl. You shot it.
I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, purple royal colors up in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I started doing YouTube. I was like, one day I'll try it. I like to talk. I got a big mouth, so I might as well put it to good use. My channel is not just about one thing, huh?
I said there's a joke in there somewhere. Oh, shut up. No, go ahead.
You know what?
So your husband popped up like, oh yeah.
So I I started doing YouTube. I really liked it. I like being able to create my own stuff. And so I don't do just makeup. I've talked about mental health in the Black and brown community. Yeah. I did a little bit of vlogging here and there, which irritates the hell out of my family because they're like, get away from me. I don't want to be on camera. They just want to do their own thing. And I've done some other stuff where I have done like unboxing. I like makeup. I'm not like a makeup aficionado, but I like to do makeup here and there and dabble. And then so I'll do like some unboxings of things like that, just show the girls like this is what I wear, this is what I like, and things like that. So I'm pretty new. I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary on YouTube.
Oh,
so
congrats on that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Nice.
All right. And Tracy, real estate agent extraordinaire. Tell us what you got. Tell us what you got going on, man. Because I actually met Tracy. I think it was a real estate connection because I actually do real estate too. Like I fix and flip houses and stuff. And Tracy's an agent. And I was like, yo, send me whatever you got. You got properties. Like, look, the uglier the house, the better. You know what I'm saying? So tell us what you got going on, Tracy.
When it comes to my page, the year going forward.
Oh, everything.
Everything.
This is your time here.
Let's see. When it comes to real estate, my main goal this year is I would love to close $1 million property. Mm-hmm. Even just one. So, you know. And really when it comes to my space and place online, I just wanted to create a space where I show up myself. I'm a really kind of complex, multifaceted. I love reading and I love cute shit, but like I ain't with that discrimination shit. So it's a place and space I wanted us to come together and learn together. Like we're gonna learn together, we're gonna laugh together, we're gonna be aware. I love sharing, like I share astrology stuff on there and you know, like holistic things and gardening and stuff. But I'm looking forward to just continuing to grow my career, continuing to spend time with my loved ones and my family members and my daughter. She's auditioning a statewide competition this month to go to a summer residential program. So I'm just excited seeing this chick like tear it up. Like she's my favorite person in the world. But that's really it. Like just trying to find some peace every day in the midst of everything that's going on and, you know, having fun with you good folks. So
okay. That's what's up.
I give that that's 2 snaps in a circle.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I got look. That's gonna be a gift. That's gonna be a gift. I'll put that at the end of every
Listen,
video.
man, that was my tribute to Living Color, man. So
he tells us 2 snaps. So yeah, I'm gonna
in a circle.
Yes.
She be like, all right, man, you did it 50 times. I'm like, nope, it's still funny to me. I'm gonna do it. It makes me feel good. That's what's up. Real quick, tell the people, I'll start with you, Kiki. Tell them, you know, we put your IG up, but we also like we do the audio on, I think Spotify, we audio only. So tell the people where they can follow you at.
You guys can follow me on Instagram, which is Convos with Kiki. And you can also like, link, and love and subscribe on my channel. It's Conversations with Kiki, but it's Conversations with a Z. I haven't opened up any other platform. I don't do Facebook. But you guys can definitely hit me up on Instagram.
That's what's up. Tracy?
All right. So I am on Instagram. You can find me. I am Tracy Renee, the real estate agent, providing housing and service to 100 million by 2030 or sooner. I'm out here in Virginia Beach with Abrams Realty. My website is tracyrobinson.abramshomes.com. I'm also on Facebook as well, but my Instagram is definitely more litty. So come over, send me a DM. You ready to buy, sell, and invest? Let's go.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And we didn't really get to, I Thank y'all for being here. We didn't really get to everybody's favorite music because we're kind of short on time. I think we'll do like another show, G. We'll
Okay.
talk about like a favorite movie.
But mine was Dark Red by Steve Lacy. So just to get it out there.
Oh, you like? Tell me, you mess with the internet? You like the internet?
Yeah, my daughter.
Mute her immediately. I love the internet.
My daughter put me on to it, so.
Okay. I ironically, my homeboy Fonzo put me onto the internet. All we listen to, like we're in the car together, is rap. But like, it was a road trip to Charlotte for his bachelor party, like some years back. He was like, yo, he want to listen to something different. I was like, all right, cool. They put on the internet. There's a group called the Internet, and love them ever since. Love internet. Shout out to Sid the Kid. It's Tyler Creator's friends. They all like friends. All them Odd Future people. They all love each other. You know.
Yes.
Love it though. But again, I want to thank y'all for being here. Put in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube. I want you guys to put in the comments what was your favorite music, movie, and also moment of 2021. Let us know how you feel. We're gonna do another show where we talk about our favorite albums. G, go just real quick. G, give them a preview. What was your favorite album of the year, 2021?
Tyler the Creator. Call Me If You're Lost.
Call me. That was. That's number two for me.
That one was number one, but my runner-up was Nas is Magic. Well, Nas Magic, because that album kind of like captured old Nas over some good production, because the slight against him is his production. So
Hey boy. I'm gonna go with J. Cole. J. Cole's last album he put out.
Okay.
What was it? Not the warm up. The off season.
Yeah. Oh, also, real quick, by the way, Summer Walker's album. Ooh.
I ain't listened to it yet. I gotta listen to it. I keep hearing good stuff about it.
Yeah, Summer.
Keep hearing good stuff about it.
All right.
But yeah, J. Cole, he killed it from, like, I would say that's one album that I listened to when it first came out, and even up until today, I still listen to it at least like once a week. Gotcha. He killed that album. Number two, a close second was that Tyler, and my third probably is that Nas too. The Nas that just dropped. How you be Nas and silently drop an album? I feel like this album he just dropped, he just like silently dropped it. Like, you're a whole legend. How does that happen? Like,
Virgos, him and Beyonce are Virgo.
Silently.
Because I didn't know about it until someone else said it.
I love his Nobody with Lauryn Hill. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. That joint was nice, man. That's some classic Lauryn Hill.
And then two, rap is still like a young genre of music, right? And the fact that he's so rich, he doesn't have to make music anymore, or at least make good music. He can just put shit out, but it still sounds like he cares about rapping. And to me, that was like the best part of the album for the most part, man. Love it.
Yeah, he'd have made like 80 or 90 million off Coinbase. He just, like, Nas, he invested like $1 million or $500,000 in Coinbase like 10 years ago. I think it's worth like 80 or 90 million now, something crazy like that. Smart money moves. That's what I like to see.
Yes, sir.
But I want to thank everybody for watching the show. This has been Geek Salad episode 57. Until next time, y'all be good. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thanks for being on.
Thank y'all so much. Have a good night, y'all.
You too.
All right.
I'm on the come up, jump up, I pick my gun up. Joe Jackson with trap.